Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. We've got most of our level 3 guys actually chilling out, getting a little bit of well-needed rest. So this week's mission, our party is pretty much defined for us, and I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to try to give preference to the Warrens, with all things considered equal otherwise, just due to its level progression. As you can see here, it is clearly the place that we have been to the least amount. So, yeah, I'm also not terribly sad about the idea of a bullseye's bandana. The additional accuracy and crit versus marked targets is not bad. I don't use marking a lot, but I could see that making an arbalist very valuable for like a boss fight or against any of the mini bosses. We've also given Reynald here our commander's orders from last episode, and I'm thinking we'll do something like that. It's kind of debatable who should be in the first rank. He's getting additional crit chance while he's there, but she gets the ability to use Iron Swan while there. You know, maybe we'll go like that. We'll let the Hellion lead. We may switch it up once we actually get into the dungeon. On our provisioning screen, we've got 4,400 gold. Not a lot, but I'm not too concerned. Probably ended at 2 full stacks, 2 shovels, like a stack and a half, and then I think a couple of the medicinal herbs will probably help out our food situation heading into the Warrens, at least at some point. And be like so. Yeah, I think that should be okay. You'll notice we do have quite a few heirlooms kind of stacking themselves up. But we're like just on the edge of being able to make a couple of the upgrades that I want to make, and so we're holding on to those for now. Hopefully this mission will see us get enough of the appropriate heirlooms to make the upgrades that we need to make. I think we just need like 2 more busts and I want to say 3 more deeds.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Alright, we've got some exploration to do. I say why not? We'll go ahead and just right off the bat, use up one of our shovels. Not super excited by that one.
Earliest settlers.
Although, oh, that's rough. Hey, okay. Well, I was a little worried that we didn't get to use the appropriate item on that curio, but it turned out to not actually matter at all. And we get a scouting chance. Great, and the rooms ahead are not looking so bad. Go ahead and head this way. Keep my light a little bit lower. Again, I think this is the way it works, or people have told me this is the way it works, but I don't really have any confirmation of it that your loot chance going up as the light gets low should also affect the random curio rewards. And I almost walked. What? No way. I stopped. I did not. The game lies. It tells lies. I had totally stopped, and yet the trap went off anyway. Oh well. We do actually have somebody capable of disarming traps with us in the way of the bounty hunter, so I should probably not do dumb things like that in the future. We'll go ahead and get our torchlight back up and start heading that way. And moonshine barrel. Is this a medicinal herb? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I got a large damage bonus. Okay. That's not one of the food ones. That just gives a damage buff. What would this do? Stress, hero surprise. Wants to... we'll just redo that. Okay. Large corpse eater. You are one creepy looking bastard. Considering... Nobody's really that hurt yet. Let's just do a pull. Eliminate. Okay, we'll do no such thing. I was going to try to eliminate the guy who was going to be tossing out stress at us as quickly as possible, but we're just one damage shy. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just whack some Eldritch Abomination thing. How can this be a beast, by the way? Like, I mean, seriously? Look at it. There's no way that that is any kind of natural creature. Another face comes out of its face when it attacks. That's not right. That's not right at all.
Give them no quarter.
Oh boy. I guess really all he's going to be doing is just swinging. I don't think it would be worthwhile to mark one round of all three of our heavy hitters here on the attack. Should be enough. Well, or not quite. Well, it was enough to get him down to 7. Ugh. And he should be easily killed on the next turn. You know what? With that in mind, we'll go ahead and let her buff. We'll go ahead and let him heal. Oh. Ugh. That is like a huge weaken. Oh, that's why.
Prodigious
obviously.
size alone does not dissuade
all right.
the sharpened blade.
And when I said earlier that we should be able to take him down with those attacks, and then suddenly Reynald did way less damage than I was expecting, it's because he had been weakened repeatedly. That makes sense. Okay, he's got his damage. He is way down, so unlike the first turn, we'll probably have Reynald do something besides attack. Maybe like buff up his protection, something like that. Let's see here. We could. He's gonna vault forward anyway. Ugh, come on. Tumbling scratch. Yep, like so. We'll have him try to pull her up. That did work. Awesome. I would love to then just see her get smashed in the face with a halberd. He resisted the move, which is awfully nice of him. Ooh. That stung. That stung quite a lot, truth be told. So, yeah, on his first turn where he would have the damage debuff, we'll just have him gain a ton of protection anyway. This Demon's Pull should probably get the kill, which it did.
A faint hope blossoms.
Nice. And then mostly worry, I think, about the Hulking Swinetaur. Let's see. Okay. Oh, man. Miss anyway. If we get in a situation where we can't hit him, trot to retreat. Interesting. So I wonder, is he... Ugh. Like, is he setting up for his attack every time? Like, can he not do his crazy move forward? He's got huge move resistances. Wonder, is there any way for me to, like, select a guy? Like, no, I can't, like, mouse over those skills for any additional information. Okay. I'm probably not going to be able to move him. Might as well get Vane back on healing duty, you know, for one. That's exactly what I was talking about there. Alright, taking 5 per round. It's not too shabby. Yeah. Oh, that was huge. Yeah. And stuns and moves. Oh, man. Are you alright? Yeah. I don't blame him for being concerned at all. I can use Expiring Cry on her, which I'm going to go ahead and do just to get her off of Death's Door. That might be considered a questionable action, especially considering that Vane got to act and get her much higher up. But, hey, I'd rather ensure that our character is not capable of dying Okay. Trot retreat. Yeah. I don't know what that would do. He's missed every time he's tried to do it.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. But I would not mind him being not on the back row for some kind of crazy attack again. I guess we could Abyssal Artillery. You know, let's know our job in the party and just go ahead and do that there. Also, he can't attack the back row, so I'm going to go ahead and rebuff the protection, assuming that he is going to get targeted with that. And then 7 was no big deal. I really don't understand how protection works, by the way. I think she got hit by a critical attack, so maybe it was like 1.5 damage anyway, and that's how it got so high. Okay. And 8. One more, I think, should be able to do it. Well, it seems like that time he was able to use it from the front row, so maybe he doesn't have to back up. Now I'm curious. Right. 21, 19. Go ahead and self-heal. Get him out of the teens, back into the 20s with everybody else, and then that's gonna do it.
Victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Gain a speed stone for our trouble. And Swinetaur is no joke. That is definitely true. Would anyone benefit from being a little bit faster, but a little bit less likely to crit? I mean, his crit's pretty high, and he's full on trinkets. Meh. We might equip it to our bounty hunter, just to clear up the inventory slot. Don't worry about that in a minute, though. Nothing I'd want to use here. We did get some pretty decent heirlooms, though. Alright, and moving on. HP has become a little bit of a concern early on. That Swinetaur was definitely not to be trifled with. A little bit of extra food never hurt, though. And we'll resume our torchlight. Down to 2 open inventory slots. So, I'm thinking we'll go straight, then back, up, over, back, up, over. Yeah, something to that effect anyway. Who has, like, a thing that we don't want? I'll go ahead and give it to Vipont. He's been having a bad day. So we'll do Pile of Scrolls. We'll light them on fire. And he lost a Bloodthirsty trait. Okay. I would kind of rather him lost his accuracy debuff, but that's okay too.
The match is struck. A blazing star is
Jeez,
born.
man. Just keep walking right into those, would you? Gonna go ahead and heal him because I don't think I want him down to 13 HP at the start of our next fight. Okay, we know there'd be a hallway battle that way. We can avoid it. And we got hungry again. That was relatively quick. Go ahead and pop another one. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling kind of uneasy about this particular run. I'm thinking it's the party composition that I'm not like super like confident that is going to be great. The fact that both Reynald and Villon here are vying for the first position is like a little bit awkward. And then
the promise of
I don't know.
safety.
The third rank bounty hunter is just like not incredible. So I feel like a little dicey about it all. That like we're just one bad fight away from putting somebody into the ground, and I do not want to see that happen. I don't think we've lost, and like, get ready to jinx myself, knock on wood style here, but I don't. Oh my god! And we keep just
mechanical hazards
walking into
possessed
traps.
by evil intent.
We'll go ahead and do it again. Bandage up. He's just like, his stress is unreal from doing all this. Anyway, I don't think we've lost a single level 3 character so far. Like, of course, I will manage to jinx myself by saying that, but I want to keep that trend going.
Such a terrible assault
Great.
cannot be left
A
unanswered.
critical hit on a stress-inducing attack. That is not what you want to see. I'm thinking... try to bleed him. Oh, that was a lovely crit. He will die from the bleed, but it's going to take him a while. Let's see if I can... Nope. I can just miss with that. And that. Okay. Okay. She returned the favor by using the exact same attack against us. Unfortunately, hers connected. And the combination of the two of them has left us in an extremely awkward position now. Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and Bulwark of Faith. We'll get him marked, get his protection way up, and then a Hands from the Abyss gets a kill there. I would, you might say, you should have moved him, and you're not wrong. However, with Villon being stunned right now, I want to try to make the moves next turn. You couldn't have just let it push you. You couldn't have just let it push you. I wanted to wait until Villon was capable of acting, and no one has ever been hit by that. It kind of makes me worry that it's just like the single most powerful attack ever, and that's why it has such a rare chance to hit. But that can't be it, right? Like, I don't know. Oh, so close. Down to 4. She's only taken 3 per. That's unfortunate. Get her to the 3rd rank where she can at least do a little bit. And of course, the exact character we do not want being stressfully incanted at is the one that is hit by that.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Let's go ahead. He's still at full HP. That is terrifying, by the way. What did that do? So, like, maybe even if you're hit by it, it just doesn't do anything? That's super weird to me. Go ahead and throw out some HP here. That crit heal could not have come at a better time. Alright, stacking up a little bit of bleed. It's a very little bit of damage. 6 was not what I was looking for there. But Collect Bounty is now a powerhouse of damage for us. To her. Get another one. I could really use like a critical attack connecting here. I'm not getting it. Unfortunately, Reynald in this situation is just kind of old faithful as far as damage is concerned. He's a like slow and steady kind of guy. With having smite, any situation where we don't have unholy enemies, I feel like he's not gonna be the greatest of attackers. I really don't understand what is going on with the Swinetaur here. I'll be completely honest. I'm gonna take a turn for some buffs and heals. Like, throw a stress heal on you. I know it's just 7, but man, it's better than nothing, right? And then we could get a heal on her for 1. Oh, jeez. I try to be all clever. Like, I'm gonna pass around some healing. And it just does not matter. And he does get to go again. We'll go ahead and stress heal one more time, and suddenly 14 is a pretty decent dent, down to 72.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I think I'm gonna wait until this next room, just in case there would have been a hallway battle here. I would have liked to have had the buffs still going, but there was not. So that didn't do anything for us. And then Scout is not so bad. So we've got a hallway battle, Then I'm not entirely sure if that... So if that was a fight, then this is just treasure? Like, is that how that would work? Or is it... I don't know. We may never know. But I am going to go ahead and make camp here.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
We are getting a little bit low on food, which is kind of a concern. However, what do I want to do here? We need stress relief on him mostly. So I'm not looking for any of the de-stress myself and stress everybody else. I do like battle trance and plan takedown, I think would be worthwhile here. And then we'll get some zealous speech action going on. And it's not the most de-stressing. We didn't have enough food for a feast to get his stress down off of that, which is unfortunate. But got him to 62.
The way is
we've also gone ahead and given them
we
both
require only the strength to follow it.
Both buffs against size 2 targets. So that's something. Specifically, the Swinetaur battles have been the thing to be most concerned about, and that will help against them. Let's go ahead and pull her back up here. Okay, gonna let my torchlight run down a little bit. We're down to just 2 torches. Of course, we're immediately gonna fight a stress-inducing enemy, actually a pair of stress-inducing enemies. Okay, yeah, and they're of course going to target the character with the highest stress. That makes all sorts of sense. Oh, that was a bad miss. Okay, yeah, I'm very much expecting that he is going to reach 100 stress before we are out of here. It's just going to become a reality we have to live with, I think. Ugh. It's not the worst thing in the world. 9 bleed damage, however, is kind of the worst thing in the world. Just really hoping that could get a kill off of him. Oh well. I'm gonna have to put our... let's see, he's at 9, 4. Really wouldn't do it. We can get a kill there. I'm really gonna have to get our cultists back on healing duty. Yeah, and they are just absolutely targeting him with everything they got there. Okay. 24, 22, 16. Go ahead and do nothing this turn. That seems good.
How quickly the tide turns.
Yep. The tide, it turned. Oh, snap. Vipont just became vigorous.
Can foster hope and resilience.
I go ahead and Adrenaline Rush, which I almost never use as appropriate. It does cure Blight and Bleed, and I seem to never remember to do it when Blight or Bleed have been cast on her, so yeah, that actually feels kind of good. I still need to heal you, because last turn you decided to just not do it. No Drums of Doom. And now,
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Don't have to worry about his stress anymore, but he can still die. Bloody cakewalk. And he regains some HP just cuz. Let's see. Syphilis, that's bad. What is... His virtue's giving him more speed. And just, like, all of the resists, I'm pretty sure is what's going on there. Not affecting his damage at all, though. Okay. Let's do this. We are going to mark him. And the Reaver up front is going to be our bounty hunter's new best friend, while everybody else works on the rest of their party. We could... might as well just smite. That's so little damage. Man. That's better. Of course, with a marked target, I would expect a little bit more than 12. Yep. Jeez. Again, could use another one of those, like, totally amazing critical hit heals. Just anytime you want to dish one out. That's exactly the opposite of what I meant. Okay. It's okay. It's totally gonna be okay. Alright. Well, suddenly we've kind of turned around on
that overconfidence is
our primary concerns.
Insidious killer.
Yeah, we are not overconfident. Don't you worry. Unlocked. Yay! Crests. We already have a full stack of crests. I'd like to keep the food, but let's go ahead and do this. You can grab the speed stone. Suddenly our concern has largely become HP rather than stress, since Vipont did manage to make his virtue test and come out the better man on the other side. We should just have maybe like 3 more fights and we're done. That's what I'm thinking. I'm calling you. Yeah, you heard me. See if maybe we could get some bleed on this guy with his large protection stat. Of course we don't. And he immediately stuns the guy that spent a turn marking. Okay. That makes the utmost sense. Whoa. Thank you. Reynald, you're coming through in the clutch. Okay. Get some more healing. Such low numbers this whole time, really. Ugh. Alright. We're back in the fight. And we did get the bleed this time. Okay. Into 18, so I'm thinking maybe 1 more of those on the big guy should get rid of him. Technically at 15, which is a lower number than 16, so
Death
only spent like 4
lapse in
turns trying to heal our
concentration.
bounty hunter. Alright. Oh, Reynald, you did such a good job the last time. And finally, yay! I'm so glad we marked that target. I'm really just not feeling marked targets. Like, it never works out for me. It never does enough to make up for
Well
a
struck.
turn spent not attacking. That's kind of been my experience every time with it. Luckily, if that would have inflicted anything, that would have been enough to kill him. You know, he can do way more damage than I can heal. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Let her self-buff. Let him go ahead and perform a battle heal on... I did 5. Am I getting a heal bonus? I am. Plus 40%. That would make sense.
Promises success.
Oh, we can take the torch, but we can't take the portrait. We do have a stack of portraits. We have 3 stacks of portraits. we can probably stand to leave behind a single portrait at that point, right? I'm going to use a torch. Let's go ahead and use a second torch. And a little bit of food. Okay, that actually makes me feel a lot less uneasy, considering we now have enough food to pass a hunger check, so I'm not going to like get randomly slammed with that. And that was enough to complete our quest.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We're going to press on just a little bit. Contents are ours. We've still got some stuff that we can use. I'd like to clear out of our inventory, basically. And so, if that would just please be effective. Okay, gotta bleed onto him. That is at least something. Don't stun. Okay. The biggest problem with the Grave Nibble is its stun chance. When facing like an entire party of these guys, it's fairly easy to just get stun locked into oblivion, and I really don't want to see that happen. Go ahead and self-heal. Thank you. That is the kind of stuff that I need happening way more often. Luckily, we have tons of anti-venom. Go ahead and top it on her. 14. Nice. Suddenly the die is on the other foot. Or something. And our heals are coming through for us. Man, really think that string of like 0 heals that we were just consistently getting, that was putting a real damper on our HP. Alright, go ahead and use that to heal him. And then just put in a little bit of damage. Down to 4. Yeah. Getting really good numbers now. Okay. Thank you for the heals. Thank you for the heals. And finally.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Do we want another fight? I'm kind of thinking I'm done pressing my luck. Walking into something with 13 HP seems a little foolhardy, so we will hack it in.
Labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
Not the most gold, but I think we did pretty well on heirlooms. Especially portraits. I think our portraits are going to be very, very good. We gained 12 of those, and then 30 crests. Jeez. And a handful of busts. I mentioned at the start, busts and deeds. I think we might have gotten enough busts to make the upgrade I wanted with that. Ugh. Obsessed with cleanliness. Also gained scurvy. Scouting chance. Replace Night Owl. Curious. And Scrounger. And that's actually pretty decent. Meditator. Okay, and I just glossed over this fact. 2 of our characters just got up to level 4 Master. Awesome. Vane and Reynald. Good old Reynald. Been with us since the beginning. And back in town, we're going to find... Great. Removed... So, like, my default has been if I can't de-stress you because you've got a negative quirk that prevents you from de-stressing, then I'm taking off the quirk. So that's what I did here. We did find Savigny refused to stop meditating. But I think Dismas has finally stopped praying. Night of the town. And, hey, he became addicted to gambling. Awesome. Alright. Some of the people, like the debate on Abbey versus Tavern for stress relief, the negative effect of the Abbey is generally going to be that you stay in the Abbey. I actually really don't like that. Like, I overvalue how bad that is. Some of the stuff that happens to you in the Tavern, you can lose gold, you can lose trinkets, you can, get addicted to gambling, addicted to drinking, those types of things, and have to keep going back there. But I never like have my characters like, after a night drinking, he decided to have another night drinking. Like that's never happened. Whereas that seems to pretty consistently happen for me in the Abbey. I'm definitely going to have to do some cleaning up. We came out of that with a fair bit of stress. We'll give Vane and Reynald here the royal treatment for a while for reaching level 4. They could probably use it, considering the full stack of negative quirks and diseases that they've managed to accrue. And then we'll figure out where we're going to be heading for next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, feel free to subscribe to see more videos daily. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.